According to the treasure map, the sword should be around here somewhere.
Why are there so many Tic Tacs? Are they having a party? They look really angry. No need to be afraid, Ying. We'll keep you safe. You probably don't know this, but Woolly Warrior once met a huge cat monster 100 times stronger than her, and she was so scared that her legs were trembling. Really? That's right. But even so, she stood her ground. Because she had all of her friends behind her, she had to fight. Just like the situation we're in now. You can't let a few small TDs beat you down.
Let's make this quick, Encore. Leave it to me.
You will obey.
Ha! Hopefully this helps.
Let me be your blade.
Tempest, let the winds roar.
You two were incredible. You betcha! Wait till you see what else we can do. Am I right, Rover? We'll take on anything they chuck at us. Quick, let's check and see if the sword's around here. Is that some kind of puzzle over there? Do we need to put something inside of it to activate it? Oh, it's a bit too high for Ying and me to reach.
I got it. Looks like we just need to place the treasure map on top.
Whoa, there's another puzzle.
Was it not in the story before?
Well, random twists and moments do happen. We're so high up. This is even higher than any of the climbing games Mom and I used to play. Just keep looking ahead and it won't be as scary. It's easy. Here, watch.
Wind guide me.
So, is this the sword in a story that can slice through anything? It's the mountain-chopping sword of courage. The sword's actually made out of wood. And it's missing a small piece too. Look, there's a letter. What does it say? My dear little warrior, you found the first relic. Right now, you must be thinking, What a plain-looking sword. How could this ordinary wooden sword possibly be the legendary Sword of Courage? Don't feel disappointed just yet. Think back on what you've been through so far. All the challenges you faced along the way. The waves under your feet felt so high to you, and the treasure chest above seemed ever so far away. Yet still, you continued to climb the mountains, every step of the way, until you finally reached the peak. Your courage has been heard. And this seemingly ordinary wooden sword is the proof of your courage. Yeah, that's what it says in the letter. How did you know, Encore?
Did it also appear in other Woolly stories?
Anything else? Did the letter mention any clues about the next relic? We still have 2 to go. Yes. It goes on to say, "Oh, little warrior, your adventure doesn't end here. To have your wishes come true, courage alone is not enough. You need not look far, as the shield that symbolizes faith is buried right beneath your very feet. In a land covered in sand, treasures may lay, or there may be nothing at all. A land covered in sand."
I know just the place.
Then let's go check it out. Sounds like it'll be a treasure hunt in the sand. We're here! At long last, the brave adventurers reached their second destination, and thus they start a hunt for the legendary Shield of Faith on this sand-covered beach. They say only the bravest adventurers can find it, as it puts their will to the test. Yeah, that's the spirit. Ying can go left, Encore will go right, and you can take care of the middle. If anyone finds anything interesting, show me and we can take a look at it together. Okay.
Remnants of the past. Bingo. This has to be the Shield of Faith. Huh. There's a letter attached to it. I should bring it over to Encore and Ying.
Well, did you find the shield? Way to go! I know who to call if I ever need to find something. I'll go get Ying.
This should be the shield mentioned in the story.
It's also made of wood. But look how well made it is! With the Sword of Courage in one hand and the Shield of Faith in the other, it's an invincible combo! The person who crafted this shield really knew their stuff. Time for clues about the next relic, the Wreath of Hope. Hurry! Ying! What does it say? Okay. Let's see here. It says... Congratulations again to you, my little warrior. Although the bulk of your efforts were in vain, you did not give up and continued searching. Hence, this Shield of Faith is your well-deserved reward. If you ever feel lost in the future, why not take a moment and ponder on the meaning of your journey? The firm belief in our hearts shall guide us through darkness until we reach the light of hope. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how can you find the Wreath of Hope? Bring with you your wishes and proceed to the Garden of Promise. The garden? The Garden of Promise. Oh, I think I might know where it is. Fantastic! Then that's our next stop. Onwards! this is it. This place, feels empty. There's nothing here. It is now. But it used to be filled with irises. This is my mom's garden. She used to love flowers and would plant a lot of them when she wasn't busy. Before she left, she asked me to help look after it and said she'd come see it with me when she's back. I watered them every day, hoping they could bloom longer. But these flowers only bloom for a short time. They all withered in the end. Dad told me, "Don't be sad, sweetie. It's the natural cycle of life." I understood that, but it always reminds me of my promise to Mom. I miss her so much. Now I see this shield and sword are all treasures that Mom left me. And here, I think she probably wanted to make a wreath with me using those flowers. Oh, Ying. Thank you, Encore and Rover. Actually, when I saw Dad looking sad while holding the map, I had the feeling that Mom might have left this treasure map to play a game with me. Maybe it is like what the grown-ups say. The Gateway of Wishes doesn't exist. And I may never get to see her again, talk to her, and tell her how much I've grown. But Mom must have wanted to give me a surprise. To make me happy. I am happy. Because we managed to find all the treasures she left behind together. I'll definitely find a nice place to keep this sword and shield safe. I think we should end our adventure here. Thank you, Encore and Rover.
Our captain hasn't announced the end of our adventure yet. And you're thinking about leaving already? Well, okay then. Let's call it a day right here. There's some stuff I need to wrap my head around too. I remember you asked me about the ending of the Woolly Warrior, right? Even though we finished finding the relics, Team Woolly's adventure goes on. There's still plenty of stories to tell. Oh, I know! How about you come to Encore's story session tomorrow afternoon?
Tomorrow? You mean right here?
Yeah, if you want to find out what happens to Team Woolly, come over and listen to the rest of the story. Be there or be square.
Okay then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yup! See you tomorrow, Ying. Do you think this is a good ending to the story? Yeah. After all, Ying didn't receive the wreath, and she didn't get to see her mother. Even though in the end, the little warrior did manage to collect all of the relics left by her, realizing her mother's intentions. But Encore still feels like something's missing. In this ending, she didn't even make it to the Gateway of Wishes. Just like in the story of the Woolly Warrior. What do you think? Will the Woolly Warrior's wish come true in the end? If it comes true, then she should be able to see her family again. After such a wonderful and interesting adventure, she must have so much to say to them. But actually, there is no true ending to Woolly Warrior's story. Remember the play Ying told us about when she showed us the treasure map? Ying said she'd already forgotten what most of the play was about. All she could remember was that the hero had been searching for a legendary treasure to make their wishes come true. Ha! I knew straight away that the treasure map wasn't for the Woolly Warrior's sword. But it was a gift left to her by Ying's mother. Want to guess how I found out? Yeah, that play was about the Woolly Warrior's story, and I remember each and every part of it. Because that play was a gift from my mom. Now time for a story from Encore. In this story, there are no exciting adventures, no terrifying monsters. It didn't happen once upon a time, and it's not somewhere far, far away. Rather, it's in a little room. Every night there's a little girl. She plays games with her mother. Playing as the Woolly Warrior. Together, she and her mom create story after story about courage and hope. It also happens in her theater. Every day, the little girl sits below the stage. The curtain rises and the music plays. She watches her mother set everything up, bringing the Woolly Kingdom from the story into real life. Little by little, the Woolly Kingdom becomes real, and the Woolly Warrior sets off on her adventure. She first climbs the tallest mountain, looking for the legendary sword that can split mountains and seas. But it's really so the girl can prove how brave she is. The toolbox was actually on the tallest shelf. The Woolly Warrior also searches every beach, looking high and low for the shield of faith that could brave any storm. Her house had many nooks and crannies after all. The raspberry candy her mom hid could be anywhere. Her mom recorded all the Woolly Warrior's adventures, so the Woolly Kingdom grew bigger and bigger, and the stories grew longer and longer. They even performed the play in many cities. But the little girl's mom got sicker. At the last show, just before the Woolly Warrior got the wreath of hope, the show ended, but there was no encore. Mom told me that once the applause starts at the final show of our tour, she'd take me onto the stage to make a wish. But She collapsed before the play ended. I was so scared. I tried to come up with ways to make her feel better. I even kept a daily to-do list. At the time, I thought that if I stayed a good girl like the characters in the stories, Mom would get better and better. But her illness got worse. She didn't get better. And the Gateway of Wishes never appeared. Encore didn't know what to do anymore. Mom just asked me to sit by her bed and tell her stories. So I told her about Warrior Cosmos, Fairy Cloudy, and many other things. She always smiled each time. It was right around that time when Cosmos and Cloudy appeared from the stories. Mom told me they're a part of life, and these stories will always be with me. After she left, Encore had to become the Woolly Warrior, going on adventures on her own. Whether it was in the orphanage or with the Black Shores, Encore would write down everything she experienced. With these stories, Mom will know what kind of adventures Encore had and all the friends Encore made. Later on, Encore wanted to continue writing the Woolly Warrior story, but this time, it's a bit different from before. Now she has her own friends, friends that she can adventure together to find the Gateway of Wishes. Because finding that gateway is the only way she can tell all her stories to her mom. So, she knows how well she did. That's why. Yeah, she said she had a lot to say to her mother. Oh, just like me. There's so much Encore wants to say, and so many stories that Encore wants Mom to hear. Our time with Ying reminded me of all of that. Even though Woolly Warrior's story has no true ending, will Ying's be any different? Will she be able to make her wish come true? In the end, Ying said the adventure is over, and it's just a story. She said she was happy and satisfied with that. But Encore saw that look on her face. She looked really, really sad. Encore knows how it feels. Just like how it used to be. No matter what Encore did, Mom wouldn't get any better. My stories were the only things that could make her feel happy. It was Mom
who made me understand the power of stories. That's why after I went on this journey alone, Cosmos and Cloudy came out of the land of imagination. And it's why Encore told Ying that our adventure should not end like this. This story deserves a better ending. Rover. Agreed. The story must have an ending. But what should we do? Oh, there's no way we can bring Ying's mother back. I mean, the Gateway of Wishes doesn't actually exist in real life. In the story?
I remember Cloudy said that if you ever find yourself in a pickle in real life, you can always go back to the Woolly Kingdom to search for clues. You also mentioned that's where the Gateway of Wishes is hidden, right? And you've always wanted to finish writing the story of the Woolly Warrior. This means the final stage of the story should be set inside the Woolly Kingdom.
Encore sees what you mean. Encore could invite you and Ying into the Woolly Kingdom and go on a real adventure with me, the Woolly Warrior. But the kingdom isn't some place you can go willy-nilly. That's for sure. We're a team together. We should make a wreath for her and let her know that our adventure is not over yet. Encore remembers it went something like this. The wreath is a crown of flowers that can reflect a person's thoughts. Never withers, forever blossoming. How are we gonna make it? You mean Verena? That's right! Verena loves flowers. She's a flower's best friend. Let's see if she has any ideas. Hi, Rover. Oh, Encore's here too. How's it been? Are you here to see the new blossoms? You'll have to wait a while. They're still a bit shy. Hey, Verena. Not exactly. We're here to ask you how we can make the Wreath of Hope. The Wreath of Hope? I see. You want to help finish the story Ying's mother left her and make her wish come true. But I don't know how to make such a wreath either. According to the story, this wreath is made of various kinds of flowers. It can reflect a person's thoughts, and it must blossom forever and never wither. The flowers that can reflect people's thoughts, the ones that I can think of are water lamps. These flowers emit a faint glow at night, and passersby use them to guide their way. Or wintry bells. Wintry bells bloom in cold and snowy weather. Seeing them in a cold winter will definitely make you happy. It can also be duvetches. Due to their sweetness, they remind people of sugary candies. However, these flowers all bloom in different seasons, so it'll be hard to put them together, let alone have them blossom forever and never wither. Yeah, I remember you created a Blake bloom for Rover that one time. That's a bit different. Flowers made with Forte are just artificial creations. They can easily break up without actual substance. It's not the same as life. Every life has its own journey, from blooming to withering, recording the feelings of every moment along the way. Feelings? Oh, I know! Since we can't really make a wreath of flowers exactly like the one in the story, we can make one using our feelings. Yeah, exactly. When me and Mom made wreaths, she'd always ask me to pick my favorite flowers. If I was feeling happy, I would choose a bright red flower since it made my heart feel warm. And if I was feeling unhappy, I would take a blue one. At this point, it really doesn't matter what kind of flower it is. All that matters is everyone's feelings. We should make a wreath and tell Ying our wishes to make our dreams come true. I see what you mean. A wreath made with feelings. With that, you can express yourself. That's right! Let's find flowers that can express our feelings. When she sees the wreath, she'll definitely realize that the story of our team is still going. This way, we can all visit the Woolly Kingdom together, and maybe our wishes can come true. Do you mind if I help? Once you've collected enough flowers, bring them to me. I'll help you weave them into a wreath. Great! Oh, thank you, Verena. Off we go!
No hesitation.
If you find a flower that best represents your feelings, just bring it over to me. Have you found the flowers you want? Look how pink it is! You must have been in a really good mood when you picked this one.
And these? These are Encore's picks.
That's quite the selection, Encore. What do they all represent?
Have a look at this one. It's gold and shiny, and it matches the color of your eyes, Rover. Encore picked flowers that resemble everyone. If we put them together, they can represent our whole team. Oh, that's pretty special. I'm sure it'll look really nice once they're all together. Uh-huh. Oh, one more thing, Verena. Can you leave a spot here on the reef? Leave a spot? It's for Ying. We don't know what kind of flower represents Ying's feelings, so we should leave a spot and let her decide which feeling to put on there. Got it. I'll take it from here. Ah, thank you so much, Verena. Rover, when the reef is done, we can go tell Ying the rest of the story. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon.
Leave it to me.
Rover, you're here! You're right on time. Encore has just set everything up. See this little stage? Cosmos and Cloudy helped me set it up. Pretty impressive, don't you think? Cloudy says, right on! That's teamwork for ya! I know this is just a small stage for storytelling. I wanted to try the way Mom used to do it. She and I started the Woolly Warrior story after all. Besides, it'll be more fun this way. Encore wonders if Ying will show up today. We didn't really pinky promise. Encore? Rover? Sorry for the wait. Thank you. All right, now that Team Woolly's fully assembled, is everyone ready for the story?
Ready. At this stage.
This is the small stage encore made for the play, where the warrior's adventure continues. Does anyone remember where we last left off?
Oh, I know. The Woolly Warrior was trying to find the 3 relics, but I'm not sure if she will find them or not.
That's right! The Woolly Warrior sets out to find the 3 relics. This time, she's not alone. She tries to climb to the top of the highest mountain with her trusty companions. With the mountain being so high up, the waves raging below them, she nearly falls several times, but her friends manage to keep her steady. In the end, she obtains the legendary Sword of Courage. Later, she arrives at the beach filled with sand as far as the eye can see. She searches and searches, and all she can find are just some tiny shells. But with the help from her friends, the shield of faith is uncovered. Only the wreath remains.
Will she find it?
Unfortunately, no. After reaching the mythical Sea of Flowers, all the flowers have withered. No matter where she searches, the Wreath of Hope is nowhere to be found.
Just like us.
Yet, her companions want to finish this adventure for her. They gather flowers and weave their feelings into the shape of a crown. The pink flowers are meant to make her feel happy. The blue flowers are hopes that she will not be scared of any obstacles. This wreath brings together all the feelings and emotions of the companions during their adventure. Their gift to her.
And that is the moral of this story.
Her companions remark so. The wreath isn't fully completed. It's missing a very important flower. Ying, this wreath is missing the flower that represents your feelings and wishes.
My feelings. I know. It's missing an iris. I've always wanted Mom to see a garden full of blooming irises. But those irises have already withered.
What if we could find one?
Find one?
What if we could find an iris and the Gateway of Wishes? Will you want to continue on this adventure, Ying?
Of course. But I thought there was no such thing as the Gateway of Wishes. It only exists in the story. In the story?
That's right! Because stories aren't just stories. When you believe in them, they'll really exist. Just like how it is now. With everyone's feelings combined into the wreath, it slowly turns into a door. A door that leads to the deepest parts of the Woolly Kingdom. Inside, the irises continue to bloom. So, do you believe in it and choose to continue this adventure?
I believe.
Great! Off we go!
Look at the sky. So this is the Woolly Kingdom.
Rover and I can be your guide. This story is gonna be longer than the last one. It looks like there'll be more puzzles to solve and more monsters to fight. And the door to make wishes should be in the deepest part. What are your orders, Captain?
Yes. I want to find the Gateway of Wishes and then see my mom again.
Let's get going.
How do we get across?
No worries. We can use that platform down there to fly across.
There's a puzzle.
Encore knows what to do. Encore played these with Mom before. All we need to do is match the patterns on the wall and it'll open a secret door. It's one of the most important puzzles in Woolly Warrior's story. Da-da-da-da-da-da! This is so much fun!
It's open.
Great job, Rover. An airstream. We can use it to fly up.
Looks like we've reached the end. That was fun. I'll have to tell Mom about it when I see her. It's another one of those puzzles. I know. Let's look around for clues.
Wow! You solved it in one go?
There are so many monsters.
They're not stopping anything.
Here comes Encore!
Yeah. Oh, Mom gave me this sword that can cut through anything. Take this!
Here comes Encore! Oh, ah, leave it to me. The fruit of evolution.
Growing against wind. More puzzles here.
Those markings in the other room must be clues. Shall we go take a look?
Sounds like an airstream appeared. Let's head back and check it out.
Are we flying again?
Yay! Fly time! Time for Encore's aerial recon!
Time for Encore's aerial recon! Bullies, let's race! The wind is so strong! Is it taking us straight to the Gateway of Wishes? What happened here? Don't worry. Stuff like this happens all the time. This means the story of the Woolly Kingdom is changing. But that's not enough to beat the warriors. Oh. There has to be more, right? Ah. Monsters? I'm not scared. I have Mom's sword and shield with me. You're in!
An unexpected discovery. Wind guide me. Remnants of the past.
Feeling stuck? Why don't we search around for clues?
Wind guide me.
We're almost there. After passing every trial set before him, the Flower of Hope is finally within the warrior's reach behind this door. Maybe this door leads to the Gateway of Wishes, where countless warriors once hoped to pass through to have their wishes come true. And now, the warriors will find out what kind of monsters or treasures are hidden behind the door. Is everyone ready? Ready. I'll be able to see my mom soon. Right. Through the door we go. Out of nowhere, a group of gold puffs appear. But they are no match against the mighty warriors. With the sword of courage in their hands, there's no fear holding them back as they slice through these monsters with ease. The monsters strike, but our shield stands strong. Now, our warriors know victory is ours.
Hopefully this helps.
command. None shall whisper. Blue. Noticing the fruit of evolution. Huh? Growing against wind. Woolly's attack. Attack, you're in. You're in for it now. Please behave. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Here comes Encore. Bully, let's race. Iris is a mom's favorite. I want her to see it too. We should make our wish. Oh, yes. Look! Because of the brave warrior's wishes, the story has a happy ending. Your wish has come true. She can tell her everything now. Mom, there's so much I wanted to tell you. So many new stories you need to hear. Oh.
It's a very happy story.
Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. And just like that, the little warrior's wish has come true. Put in a perfect ending to this adventure story. The warrior finally gets to meet her mother, telling her all the stories and words she has always wanted to tell. But the warrior's journey won't end here, as the path ahead is a long one. Encore, Rover, thank you both so much. I finally got to see her, and we talked so much. I told her how much I've missed her. how I found the treasures she left behind, and how I never thought I'd see her again. So, I want you to have this. Yes. I know you still have more adventures ahead. So I'd like this wreath to keep you company. I want to go back and tell my dad this story now. And tell him what my mother said to me. So, this is where we say goodbye. Be sure to share our story with everyone. I will. Goodbye. Time for another feedback session from the audience. What do you think of this story? Encore loves this ending. The woolly warrior finally fulfilled her wish, and she got to tell her mother all her stories. About the companion she got to meet, who she went on adventures with, defeating all kinds of monsters that stood in their way. Their search for the sword and shield as a team, and how they put together the Wreath of Hope. We've been to many places together, but there's so much more to go, and so many adventures and stories to write about. These stories are an extension of life. They are. Yeah, stories with happy endings. Mom said the same thing. Yeah, Encore had never thought of such an ending when telling the Woolly Warrior story in the past. I really enjoyed how it ended. The story of the Woolly Warrior's search for the relics is finished, and my vacation is about to end. It's time to head back to Black Shores. Oh, enough with the homework already. No biggie. Even though this story is over, Encore will make sure to prepare a new adventure next time we meet. Let's be on the same team together, and you can still be the captain. Wanna do a pinky promise? I pinky promise that we'll write as many stories as we can together. As a team. Pinky promised.
Leave it to me.
None shall whisper.
Hopefully this helps. Keep it together. Last chance.
Shape the shapeless. Synchronization. Don't worry. I can take it. Leave it to me. Bask in the sunlight. The fruit of evolution.
Hopefully this helps.
Down with the curtain!
Let me be your blade. Let the winds roar. Wuthering.
Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps.
Let me be your blade. Synchronization. Don't worry. Beware. Blue. Listen up, the fruit of evolution. Life is in everything.
You will obey.
Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps.
Let me be your blade. Storm, hear my command. Persistence. Synchronization. Leave it to me. The fruit of evolution. The fruit of evolution. Let me be your blade.
Down with the curtain!
Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps.
Blue. The fruit of evolution. Life is in everything. Let me be your blade.
Shape the shapeless!
Serenade! Synchronization.
Hopefully this helps. You will obey! Last chance.
The fruit of evolution. Going against wind. The fruit of evolution. The fruit of evolution. I can use some fertilizer. The fruit of evolution. Going against me be your blade.
Let the winds roar!
Synchronization. I can take it. Nice. Give it my. Leave it to me. Oh. The fruit of evolution. Bask in the sunlight.
Hopefully this helps.
Let me be your blade. Wuthering! Synchronization.
Don't worry. Shape the shapeless! Speeding up.
Is this it? For me?
You will obey! Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps. Keep it together.
Blue! Noticing the fruit of evolution.
Hopefully this helps.